Hello there, YouTubers. Well, that's the start of my sawmill blade stand for the Paul Bunyan show. I've been working on cleaning the bars up. I kind of got an idea from this, and I was thinking about maybe I could implement this into it somehow, because this is just something I got laying around. But when I kind of started looking at it, it's all right for a 10-pound transit or whatever you call that you put on the top, but for hanging a 100 pound saw blade off of, or somewhere around that range, depending on what blade you got on there, I just didn't think it was quite beefy enough. Now I do kind of like the spikes here, if you see the spikes there, so I might implement something like that into this thing, because there's going to be people, we want everybody to sign it, and when they sign it, you know, they're going to be leaning on it, doing all sorts of nonsense to it. So I think it needs to be substantial. Now these are I already cleaned these off, put a little paint on them. They might be dry. Yeah, they're dry. So I cut a V out of the angle, like here, and straight out, and cut that out, and then just bent it over and welded it up so it was a little more sturdy. And so they're going to go out in an angle. I'll take one of them over there just to show you. And this is all stuff that was thrown away trash. I didn't go out and buy this. This looks like it's about 1.25 inch steel. I don't know what it is, but I laid out the boards. Let me put you in a tripod, see if I can get it how it was kind of laid out. I just haven't quite decided whether I want to make it to break down so it's in a smaller spot. But I have I don't know if you can see it, I got a line there and a line there, which is pretty much close to being perpendicular, the best you can do. Then these are going to go in, this one actually goes on this side over here. Going to go in something like that, and then this third leg is going to swing out. So basically what I'm doing is I'm cleaning all this nastiness off of these pieces. So I thought, well, I'll bring you along for a little bit of the show, cleaning up the nastiness. I got to, those other pieces were longer, so I set up a lot different. I generally have a fan on. You can see the fan over there, because it just keeps the majority of the dust from getting at me. But I'll show you what goes on in cleaning this nonsense up. For short stuff like this, because I don't feel like clamping it down and unclamping it and clamping and unclamping it, I kind of do this. Got to put anytime you run a wire brush, it's best to put safety glasses on and mittens. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if you can see this, I got my wood splitting apron on, and we might come up a little bit. Got my wood splitting apron on because wire brushes always throw spears at you. You guys work wire brushes, man, this old man's mouth ain't working. It's early in the morning for me. This is about noon, which is a little earlier out of the gate than I want. So we're going to show you cleaning one of these up. caught a rag there. Anyhow, that's what I'm working on today. This one here, this one here will go in the back. It slides into this back piece for the back leg, and I think I'll put one of those hooks on it. So it'll go down there, and I'll probably, I don't know, I haven't finished all my designs yet. It's kind of I don't have any plans. I guess as the one smart guy says, the only plans I got is I plans to make it. That was a friend of Jeffrey's quote, I believe. And it's pretty good quote. We use it a lot. So done that. Now I'm going to think I'll take you on a ride down to the new chipper. I ordered a I don't know what they call it. One of these things. A cap, a rain cap or whatever for the air intake. I guess you can see it. I never know what's on there. There ain't no point in you guys watching me do the rest of this nonsense. But I gotta put this on there. It was missing. So I'm going to grab a hold of you guys, go down there, and you're just going to watch me put that on. I didn't bring you back last night for the starter on the 671 on the #1 mill because it didn't work out like I wanted it to work out. Ain't that always the way it goes? It starts right up, ran the saw blade a little bit, went up and down a couple times up the track. But what happened was the starter will not disengage. So once it's engaged, and you know, I heard this real nasty noise. I go, what in the world is it? It sounded like the transmission job I just did was going to have to get tore apart. And come to find out, the starter wasn't disengaging. It didn't really sound, because the Detroit's so loud, you really couldn't make out what it was. This is about how you guys are going down to the place, because you know, I could do 2 movies, but I don't feel like doing that. We're just going to go along for a ride on this one. We'll have to figure out how to make this thing go. Here we go. We'll go this way. I think it should be an easy repair if everything goes according to plan, which, like everything else around here, doesn't generally work out that way. Even though that's the best what you want to do, it just doesn't seem to work out that way much anymore. But you can see, maybe you can see it. See the cap there on top of the air cleaner? It had a cover on it, so it really wasn't too bad. Actually, this thing here was up there, which this is the dust thing, and that needs to be replaced too, because you want the air to come in here so it swirls around. That's all the air this thing was taking in, is that little gap there, which wasn't proper. Let's see, here's the piece. And just for you guys, let you know, I found it. I mentioned that on another video that I found that thing. It was, and I know I explained it all. It was, yeah, that'll be just fine. But I want to put a dab of anti-seize. Like I said, anti-seize isn't for you. Anti-seize is for the next guy that's going to take it apart. Anti-seize, you always get it on you. I don't know. I always wear anti-seize. And if you get it out, you're wearing it. And so I went back to get rack. See, there you go. I told you if you got it, you're wearing it. It's just that simple. There's no way around it. I went back to get rags because I knew it was going to be a mess. And when I went to get rags, I couldn't get them out with one hand, so I had set the jar down next to the rag container. And that's kind of where it was when I found it to get more rags. So we'll just put this on there. It goes down till it stops. Take the old Allen wrench and tighten it up. I don't know why they put an Allen wrench in it instead of a screw, but it doesn't matter much. Doesn't feel like it's getting tight. I don't know where tight is. It's snugging up now. I think cost 50 bucks. A little plastic, probably didn't cost them but $1.25 to make. But that should clear that up. I haven't had this running since I got it at the house. It's got a dead battery in it, and I just don't really feel like buying a new battery. So I'll steal a battery out of something else and put in there. That was an easy, quick repair. I'm glad. Not all of them are. I'll show you the starter. It's in, but I got to figure out why. I'm pretty sure I wired it right. Somebody out there watching me could say maybe you didn't wire it right, and that might be the case. Maybe this is supposed to be the hot lead here. This is a ground, which I had it colored black and I had it colored black here and colored black there, and that's the ground. Maybe this isn't supposed to be there, but I know it was because that's black and that's black, and this was painted yellow, and there's a yellow dot on there and a yellow dot on there, so I'm pretty sure I put it in right. But when you engage it, it doesn't disengage. So I got to take it back out and see if it does it that way on the bench. So it doesn't thrill me none. I'll probably wait till Jeffrey gets home because he knows more about these starters than I do. I don't know anything about them. He said they're pretty common starters. But it is a 24 volt and it's running on 12 volts, and it starts right up easy. But you got to disconnect the starter to have the it just stays engaged. So there's something wrong in that department there, which there wasn't when I took it in, but I guess there is now. I guess it's just one of those coincidental things. It seems like everything on this sawmill is a coincidental thing. So that's we'll go back to the other sawmill and show you the coincidental thing back there. There's always a million coincidental things. I'll probably be looking for that tripod in a little bit. I haven't put the blade on that sawmill in the back, the O sawmill, because I ran into some issues with the blade. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't really think I was going to be totally happy with the blade. Let me wait till we get back there so you can hear what. Oh, we'll show you one of the steel supplies. Now, to get that steel out, it takes a while to get that steel out, because the way I got it covered up, then I got to put it back away because rain's coming in. It's very cloudy today, but it's not supposed to rain. I think I'll take my hat off. I don't know if the battery's still in that. Yeah, the battery's still in that. We'll start that up for you guys. Anyhow, I'll show you where the steel is. You got to pull all this wood out. You got to pull the engine out, the stand, the tiller, which I want to get the tiller and put up there today while I got all this nonsense out. Like I said, wood's in the way. This is where I was looking for the steel. I got to take this out and that out in order to have room, I think, to get that up there. I also want to, while the stuff is out, get that set works off the #1 mill up and out of the way, and that blower. So I'm working on that. This is where all the steel's stuck. A lot of the steel is stuck. There's just, I have it everywhere. This is all thrown away steel. Most of it's 1x1, but some of it was bigger than that. This is pulley to run electricity on the sawmill, run electric motor. That's the motor pulley. This is the mandrel pulley. Here is the hydraulic hoses for the log turner. So that's probably what I'll be getting out next. And if I was smart, I'd get it out now, but I've never been accused of being smart. So that's a pretty good thing. There's a great big, what do you call it, starting mechanism, starting relay, starting switch, magnetic starter, I don't know what they call them things, for the 100 horsepower motor to run on the mill. Like I said, that's where that, oh man, a bug just flew in my eye. That's where the tiller's going. So now that I got this out, this is the battery I'm going to put in that wood chipper. Just, I don't know, I just got this out because it was in there and we had to get it out for to find the steel. But this is the Detroit that goes up that show all the time. Jeff and I put this together years ago. There might be videos of this, but that's about the easiest running Detroit that ever was. No smoke. That's a good running engine. And according to this, I got it wired up the same way. The ground goes to there. That goes to there. So I don't know what's going on. We'll rub it up. We made all this. There you go. It's running higher than that. That tack doesn't work too good anymore. The old tack doesn't work anymore. That thing came out of a real old truck. This box was thrown away out of the trash kind of thing. This is the idler pulley. This was the pulley here that used to be on there, but the squirrels did that in, so I don't know if it's going to be usable. See, where you can't see the depth of all the eating of this. The squirrels around here are just tearing things up faster than you can imagine. I went to run the lawnmower a few days ago and they ate the bottom out of the gas tank on my lawnmower. And they ate something else up recently, I forget what. There were 3 of them running in the garage the other day. They're just taking over here. So, you know, as much as I think the squirrels are cute and pretty and like all that kind of stuff, they got to go. They're creating headaches. Oh, we got to get up the other mill. I almost forgot about that. I got to show you what the problem is. My mind goes blank so quick. I think we'll go this direction. Need to mow back here. That's why I got that chipper. I'm gonna chip all that stuff up on both sides and then just sell it. I think I'll blow the chips in behind the shooting range. That'll give a good pile of stuff that if a bullet goes haywire, it'll just go into a pile of chips. Here's what the problem is. I bought this new blade and it's been in a box for a year, as you guys all know. Put it on the mill, kind of was a little reluctant on it, and got it in there. Well, you can't see. It's got these shanks in it, okay? But can you see the little shine around there? These shanks are number 9s. This saw, if you read the saw right, if you got a Simon saw and you got numbers on it, I don't know if that'll come in. Yeah, it'll come in. Okay, this is a 54 6/7 saw with 50 teeth. That's the serial number. It's set up for 600 RPM. I don't know what the 11 is. Gentleman at Simon's was very, very good to tell me. Now, even though this is Simon's Saw, it's a Simon's International. Simon's doesn't make saws. Go figure that. That company was bought out, and I don't know what all the story was there. I can't figure it out. But I don't know. So anyhow, I called Simon's up and said, what was this saw set up with? And so it was set up with number 8 shanks in it. So they say if you have a 7-inch outer rim, you should go to the next high up shank. So that's the wrong shank in there. So now I got to get with the place that I bought the saw from and see if they'll straighten this situation out. That kind of really upset me. So I haven't done that. I haven't got the belts on. I'll be working on that day because I flutter from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. I had some gloves up here. Daggone squirrels or raccoons or something, they steal one glove. And I got 3, you know, I'll set another pair of gloves down, take them off, and they'll steal the one glove. Then I'll put another pair and they'll steal one glove. I'm hoping that they dropped it down in here someplace. Oh, here's another starter I can look at. Yep, that goes to the hot lead. That goes to there, to the alternator. That goes to that. That goes up to the ground. So that thing's wired properly. Got lucky, didn't I? Dirty old motor, but it seems to hang in there. It likes to smoke a little bit. It's probably low on oil. They're always low on oil. No, it actually is pretty good. Anyhow, that's why I haven't really been back here. I don't know if I'm just getting to be a fuddy-duddy old guy, which, you know, the mills, it seems like every time I take a step forward, I'm kind of jinxed when it comes to mill. You know, there's no reason for them to have taken the 8 shanks out and put 9 shanks in there. You just don't do that. That's wrong. So am I being a fuddy-duddy old guy, or just, you know, you pay $3 grand for a blade, you want it right, then the starter, you know, I took it up because it was sparking and the guy really didn't do too much to it. I don't know what's going on there. I have to get with them and see if, well, I'm going to bench it first. So it's got to come back out. It's just, nothing seems to be easy on this mill, or maybe other mills or something like that. I don't know. I just find it frustrating that every time you do something else is just as bad or screws up. While it's out here, we'll put a little anti-rust goo on it. All this is diesel fluid. Old diesel fluid. I mean real old, like probably 25-year-old diesel fluid, and oil, so it'll keep it from rusting. Anyhow, that's what I'm working on today. That's going to be the end of this video, and you'll see this tonight. I don't know if I'll make another video or come back later or step in what and have something else messed up. So I'm glad you came along. Got to get back working on that stand. We'll see you later. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell. If you remember to hit that bell, if you made it this far, hit that bell so you get notified the next time a video comes up. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.